My goodness, what a list to have your name alongside of. Yesterday, against the Chicago Blackhawks, Lucas Raymond collected a hat trick and an assist for 4 total points on the night. And in the process, he became the third teenager in Red Wings history to record at least 4 points in a single game. Joining, get this, Steve Yzerman, December 23rd, 1983, and Gordie Howe. What the heck? Lucas Raymond, dude! Look, I'm not gonna go out there and say that Raymond is gonna be destined for a career where he gets 150 points in one season, or that he's gonna play until he's 52 years old. But based off of what we have seen so far, in the entire history of the Red Wings, there's only 3 that have gotten a 4-point game as a teenager. And what a list of names to be placed alongside of Lucas Raymond, everybody. What else is there to say? What else in the world can we say about this guy and how good he has been for the Red Wings this early into the season? What is up, viewer out there watching this video? Rocks back here, and today we're going to be going over Lucas Raymond so far. Let's talk about the game yesterday against Chicago. Let's talk about the rookie scoring record, and let's talk about just how gosh darn great it is that he is one of the only players in Red Wings history alongside of literally one of the most offensively dynamic two-way efficient players in the league's history, as well as a top 5 player of all gosh darn time. Now, I get it, it's not the only time a 4-point game has been achieved by a teenager, but when you take a look at the Red Wings specifically, we know that it's tough for teenagers in general to crack the Wings because they so heavily prioritize development for all their prospects that you barely even have teenagers who make this team right off the bat. Heck, even Filip Zadina didn't crack this team, despite being a solidified NHL lock by many people at the 2018 draft. Lucas Raymond has come in here as a guy who has blown the doors off the building, and I mean, the stats say it all, dude. 4-point game, and he's the first teenager to do it in 40 gosh darn years. Okay, 1983 was 1983, not 1981, so it would have been 38 years instead? Wow, significant improvement there. 38 years since a teenager has scored 4 points in a game. And if you take a look at the first one over there in 1947, it takes about 40 years for this stuff to happen. So that's how it goes, eh? Gordie Howe, Steve Yzerman, Lucas Raymond. My gosh, what company. So let's go over just how everything went yesterday in the Chicago game. And by the way, if you are a Chicago fan, then I urge you to stick around to the channel because I want to make a video talking about the Blackhawks later in the day. I want to specifically talk about how I feel so bad for Marc-Andre Fleury, a guy who does not deserve what he has been subjected to, but that's a video for later in the afternoon. Let's talk about Lucas Raymond over here because, as we noted, 4 points, 3 goals, and an assist. He gets a hat trick over here, and in fact, there was another stat that popped up on the TV broadcast here. Back when Raymond only had 3 points on the night, when he had the 2 goals and the 1 assist before he scored the last one, the first Detroit skater aged 19 or younger with a 3-point game since, guess who? Steve Yzerman on April 7th, 1985 in St. Louis. Now, you gotta remember, Steve Yzerman made the NHL right away at age 18 because, yeah, he's kind of a goat in that respect. So he has a little bit more leeway when it comes to producing all these crazy point records. But still, first teenager to get 3 points in a game since 1985. First teenager to get 4 points in a game since 1983. I'm just kind of intrigued, though, thinking about it like, how the heck did Steve Yzerman get a 4-point game in 1983 and not get any 3-point games until 2 years later? That kind of stands out to me a little bit, but I don't know. Steve Yzerman was getting 100-plus points sooner rather than later, so it kind of doesn't really matter. But either way, let's go over the point production that Raymond had in yesterday's win against the Chicago Blackhawks. He kicked things off with the very first goal 5 minutes into the frame. It's Tyler Bertuzzi off a good forecheck who steals the puck in the corner. Guess what? The Blackhawks are caught off guard. He spots Raymond going over to the net. Bertuzzi to Raymond, bing bang boom. He kind of does a little backhand forehand to get it through, and right away, Raymond has a second goal on the season, first goal on the night, 1-0 Detroit. Give it a few more periods, and eventually you have yourselves the halfway mark of the entire game. It's Lucas Raymond in the neutral zone, who sends a brilliant pass cross ice to Dylan Larkin, who streaks right into the Chicago Blackhawks territory. He wraps it around, catches Fleury off guard. It's Tyler Bertuzzi in the crease who kicks it, but then it bounces around and it's kicked in by a Chicago Blackhawks player. So, hey, it's in the net. It's scored by Bertuzzi, assisted by Larkin and Raymond, so that first line going out there really showing off just how good they have been so far. Man, I love this first line, don't you? When was the last time we had seen a teenager play significant minutes on the Red Wings? Was it Steve freaking Yzerman? Like 38 years ago? Anybody in the comments who are Red Wings historians, please let me know if that is the case, because, hey, this guy's going out here on the first line doing some very good things. Guess what? At the end of the second period, Raymond gets on the board again. This one starts out because of Raymond's sneaky break into the offensive zone. He drops it over to the side for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi to Larkin, the shot on goal, the rebound, and Raymond is right there on the doorstep to pot it in. He falls down on the play because he is just an absolute trooper, sacrificing the body to get the goal. You could see how happy Bertuzzi and Larkin were for him after he scored and he was on the ice over there. It's 5-2 Detroit at the end of this second period, and Raymond has 3 points in a game, as we said, the first teenager since Yzerman in '85 to get 3 points in a game, but that wasn't it, because the last goal of the night, scored by Raymond 7 minutes into the third period on the power play, assisted by Dylan Larkin and Moritz Seider, was an absolute cherry on top. It's the guys on the perimeter, Seider, Raymond, and Larkin, who are cycling it around. Eventually, Seider goes over to Larkin. Larkin cross ice. Raymond the one-timer. It beats Fleury, and you could see just the elation when he celebrates and he lets out that cry of joy. Lucas Raymond, his fourth goal on the year, third goal of the night, a hat trick, and his fourth total point. Again, the only teenager aside from Steve freaking Yzerman and Gordie gosh darn mother freaking ABCDEFG Howe. Two complete legends of the game. It's kind of funny because the Red Wings really don't like to put teenagers in these spots, right? They don't ever give them significant time, so we never have moments like these. So when somebody like this is able to come along and break that mold, okay, he has only spent 1 year of development. He didn't need to go to Grand Rapids. He's here and he is ready to play. It feels very refreshing, isn't it? And I guess for Moritz Seider also getting an assist on that goal as well, it provides some very good fan service for the Red Wings fan base, because if you take a look now at the rookie scoring leaders, guess what? Lucas Raymond leads the league with 7 points, and right there, tied for second, is Moritz Seider. So if you really wanted, you could have 2 Calder candidates on this team, and it would not be crazy to suggest. Now, I'm not going to go out there and suggest that, and I'm just going to leave that topic for another video, but either way, Lucas Raymond, first place over Drew O'Connor, Anton Lundell, who has been fantastic, by the way, Moritz Seider, Jonathan Dolian, Bowen Byram, all these guys over here. It is brilliant seeing what Raymond has done. Talk to me in the comments what you think about the Red Wings, how they performed last night against the Blackhawks. Don't worry, Blackhawks fans. As I said, next video is going to be about your team, how much you guys have been letting my boy Fleury down, and just how sad I am. We still have to talk about that, by the way. So, yeah, anybody who is out there looking for the bigger angle in this game, and the Blackhawks and Jeremy Colleton in general, there's a lot more to discuss with the Blackhawks, but that's going to be saved for the next video on the night. But Red Wings fans, though, let me know in the comments all your thoughts about Raymond, Seider, the first line. How good is Larkin, Bertuzzi, Raymond? They are fantastic, aren't they? What do you like the most about these guys? For me, it's the passing plays and the creativity. These guys are not afraid to go out there and make cross-seam passes and very beautiful setups. It's just so consistent with this line. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, just your feelings towards the game in general. I hope you enjoyed this video. 99, and bye.